All right, we're back, and I'm going to talk about what to do with your picking hand. There's a couple things to know about what I would suggest not to do. It is something that is common to do because it just feels good, but it, in the long run, can hinder your abilities. And that is when you're playing with a pick, what you want to do is take the back part of your palm and either rest it on the body or on the strings as you're resting on strings that you're not playing. Another way that I anchor is I might anchor with my pinky on the high E string when I'm playing the low E strings or the lower strings. But when I move into the higher strings, my hand just kind of rotates and comes down to the lower strings to rest there. The reason I want to do that is because I want to have a sense of where I'm at all the time. If I'm hovering over the neck playing single strings, I can tend to not maybe know exactly where I'm at, especially when I'm just starting out. And again, this is when you're just starting out. Some of these things may change as you move forward, but I'm talking to people who are out there and it's like, I'm just starting. How do I make this as easy as possible? And these are the things that you can do. Now, there's a couple ways you can hold a pick. I'm not saying either way is the right way. It's just how you might prefer it. Some people hold the pick with just the index finger and the thumb, having the thumb with the pick itself coming down off the side of the thumb, if you can see that, okay? And then you just come into the strings, and when you do, the pick just lines up directly down to the strings. So you don't want the pick sticking like this. You want the pick sticking down on the side of the thumb. Another way to hold the pick is with two fingers on the back side, trapping the corners and then holding the pick. Okay, that can feel more secure. Some people do that as well. I'm not going to say which way is the better way because there's multiple ways. Well, there's different ways. And I'm not going to judge anybody because there's some people that play it just like this and they're phenomenal guitar players. There's some people that play it like this. They're also phenomenal guitar players. It's just a matter of choice. So again, when you come into the strings, you're going to want that pick to have the point come into the strings. And when you do this, you want to have that pick have a little bit of an angle, not straight on flat. So in the process of doing that, what you're ending up doing is gliding through the strings rather than flat out slamming against it as a hardcore flat. You want a little bit of an angle because if you have a little bit of an angle, you're able to glide through the strings a lot easier. So again, you're trying to find ways to make the least amount of stress come into your hands when you're playing. And the best thing to do is come back through the video again, look at how I'm talking about addressing certain things. Not all of these are the exact way that you have to do them. One of the biggies that I would say, though, you do not want to do is you do not want to anchor your pinky or a couple fingers onto the body because you're going to limit movement of the rest of the hand. And I say this because I remember years ago, I was reading an article with Steve Morris, who you may or may not know, in Guitar Player magazine. Phenomenal guitar player. He anchors his fingers to the body, and they asked him if there was any one thing that he wishes he could correct or fix. What was it? And it was him saying, I wish I never would have anchored my fingers to the body. It's limited me in some respects. It's something I'll probably never change because it's so ingrained in my habits, but I wish I would have never done that to begin with. I took note of that and listened to it. If you're already anchoring your hand to the body and you feel like you can't break that habit, then that's your choice. But I would encourage you to try to break that habit if you can, if you're early on playing, because it will help you do more free movement on your strings with your right hand or your finger picking hand. Okay, hope that helps a little bit. Thanks. Thanks for watching this video. Again, I'm Phil Olson. To purchase the Awesome Guitar Series, click on the link below. It'll take you to Amazon. You can see full descriptions of each one of the volumes. After you've made your purchase and you receive them, go home and practice.